flipped. And now I'm live again. This is so crazy. This is really, really crazy, but it's in reverse. Okay, what is this? What is this? Oh, okay. Okay, and this is, I need that. Now let me do it again. Let me do it again. Okay. All right. Now, copy on reversal. Using this in reverse. Okay. 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 It's just in reverse. Okay. That's something. I wonder. Okay. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Say I'm streaming. Need some potion. Welcome to Can Angels Fly Tarot and More. My name is Nancy, and I was here to just see what the tarot cards have to say. I assume that I'm streaming. It says that I'm live. This is the method that normally I can't even get to use. Every now and then it'll work for me. Today it seems like it's working. The issue is I can't check, or maybe I can, to see if the mic is working. Let me see. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Maybe I can watch myself to see, to confirm before I start talking. That's so weird how this doesn't work. I mean, I have been trying to get this to work forever. It'll work one moment and then the next it won't work, but it's working today. So, all right. Let's see. Because if it's going to work for me, that means I can make announcements that I'm about to go live. And that would be helpful. Okay. Let's see. Need that. Let's see. Is the volume working? That's what I'm checking on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, you can. All right. Okay. Okay. Wow. I guess I'll close that up. I'm not going to use that. Who knew? I don't understand any of this, obviously. In this tarot reading, I will just be consulting the cards to see what they have to say. If the cards suggest that I should focus on any particular zodiac sign, then I will. I can't believe it. This is after all this time, this encoder started working. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, this live stream method started working. I just cannot believe it. Please, if you will, hit the thumbs up and thank you. Please share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Oh, I need some lotion. Act like y'all don't see all that ash. Make it stop. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say. Hi, Warrior Light. How are you? I'm fine. I'm doing well. This way. I realize I haven't read the tarot cards in a while, and when I don't read the tarot cards, I get really rusty. So I just wanted to see what the cards have to say. Most likely, I will be coming back because I have another live stream that I like to do. I'm happy to hear that you're okay. Especially during the time such as we're going through. But I want to do a live stream. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to title it, but it's going to go more in depth about the what they call it, vaccinations, and there's a couple other subject matters I want to cover. I've been doing my little research and stuff. But first and foremost, tarot message. Let's see. The first card is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is, as you can see, has come in reverse. And so the King of Swords immediately points us to air signs. Our air signs are Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. If it is not a person that carries that zodiac, then it represents the energy of energies of the air signs. Our air signs are known as communicators, people that are fluent in social exchanges, whether those social exchanges are, lighthearted and friendly, or more intimate, one-on-one interactions with another, or people that are prone to enter social contracts with another, whether it's business or a personal, professional, or business, or a person who is likely to join a large social network, a group, a club, or participate in one of our worldly social constructs that help uphold our world overall. And so the King is coming in reverse, as mentioned. And so that suggests that a person is displaying the negative qualities of the air signs. Like Geminis can be very flighty. That means that they can jump from one social circle to the other. Still quarantine time. Interesting. With Libra, it suggests that a person could be in a more one-to-one social interaction or in a contract with another. Remember, it can be business as well as personal. And they could be indecisive, giving a power away, and or trying to have a power grabbing or something like that. And the Aquarius energy, the negative expression, is a person that has no true emotional commitment to what they're involved in as far as a large social group. They're there more for the benefits or for the network, the opportunities that networking brings. Hopefully that made sense. But in case it has not, I'm going to try to narrow what I just stated down about the King of Swords in reverse. So far, what I think I'm picking up is for all people. It's saying that all people, you fall into one of these three categories. And the first category is that you could be jumping from one social circle to the other. No true commitment or anything like that, looking for entertainment. And like I was saying, hey, that's kind of interesting because we're kind of still under quarantine, but it shows a person that possibly has grown weary with being, shut down, locked away, and just getting, kind of jittery, a little lonely, those kind of things. And so you may go from one social scene to the other, just kind of looking for entertainment, nothing too serious, needing maybe some adult conversation, or your a conversation would appear or interaction would appear. You could be that person, or you could be a person that has entered into a more one-on-one, again, contract with another or social engagement. It could be jumping into a romantic relationship right now, just for what the company and or companionship, or keeping with our current events of our world kind of being partially shut down and people not having their access to their normal way of earning uh, the resources that they need to sustain themselves. People are partnering up, trying to like start small businesses under the Libra energy. And a person could be either in a partnership or a connection. Let me try to say it like this. Like if a person jumping into a love relationship now, maybe you had an ex in the past and you hadn't been involved with them when the world was normal. You know, you was going about your way. But if you could be a person that find yourself restricted from the world at large, again, due to our current circumstances and situations, and get a little lonely and call the ex, that kind of thing. And so you having this kind of exchange. And in having this exchange, there's a part of this particular grouping of people that are losing themselves to the other. They losing themselves. It's like a person that wasn't quite ready to be in the company of like an ex, losing yourself. Another way this Libra energy is expressed is that a person can be in, again, a one-on-one partnership, a business partnership, trying to figure out how to make, ends meet. And a person could, in that case as well, be losing themselves to the other. That's to say that the terms and conditions that's on the table between this type of person and a partner, business partner, is the business partner is winning, or you doing too much work, is more work. How you say, the exchange is not equal or balanced. Like you doing too much work and ain't getting enough benefit, that kind of thing. Or you could be a person that is like really demanding and really trying to take control of the business, what do you call it, plan, really controlling. Again, is for this power grab, wanting to get more than your fair share in this business deal that you have with another. And that stands true too when it comes to romantic relationships, that a person in this grouping under Libra's negative expression can be in a partnership with another and you want more than you actually are, willing to work for. You want more, but you're only in a partnership, like basically because of the very circumstances, situation that we actually find ourselves in, like being quarantined, or being lonely. Immediately, this concept jumped into my mind when I just said what I said. I see a scenario like a couple, and they have been in a relationship for a while, let's say about 5 years, and one of the partners has had this side life, or this side chick, or this side dude. And back to our current circumstances and situation, namely being like quarantined, has kept this person from engaging the outside chick or guy, and they have been staying home more than they usually have in the past. Now that person, once in their home, they're supposed to be their real home, is demanding more and more of their significant other, their wife or their husband, they legal partner. You know what I'm saying? Not the side piece. They demand more of a legal partner or spouse or significant other. I mean, but not willing to put much in, nothing more in. And I could really see this going. I want to say it because I see this like, hey, uh, this person seemed like they're selfish. They were selfish when they had the side chick or the side dude. They were selfish then. They wasn't giving much to their main partner or their legal partner is what I'll label they're supposed to be real relationship. They weren't giving much then. But you would think that if they are in a position now that they have to spend more time with the person, their legal partner, that they would be more given, trying to work on healing the relationship, things like that. But the card is saying, no, 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 no. That's not the case. What they're doing is they're being, again, more demanding. And it's like what's the term? I get on here and can't think of the terms, but they just being more demanding. They still not trying to do better. Just the dynamics of how they spend their day have changed. But it's like them, because they have to be in your company more. Oh, you gonna earn presence. You gonna pay for their presence, and it's not just with their spouse; it's also with their kids. Now, Aquarius, trying to simplify, these are the different groupings of possible manifestations of this energy in each of our lives. Which one applies to you? Which one applies to you? Is it Gemini, where you just frustrated with being in the house all the time, or going back and forth to work and haven't been able to go out and get the drinks, go out to eat, go out to the movies and stuff? Well, you could be going around again, jumping from one social circle to the other. Of course, keeping with our current events, a person will increase their likelihood of coming in contact with the V. That's the kind of concern there. And then it's the Libra energy, again, being in a partnership and there being some form of imbalance. Either it's in professional or it's romantic. And somebody want more than they willing to invest or reciprocate, or they're losing themselves. This thing is slowing down and glitching. Woo. Okay. Then we had the other part of it where, God dang, I'll be playing so much I forget. I'll come back when I think of it. So let's talk about this other particular scenario. You might fit in this scenario where you are a person that at this point in time, you feel like you need to network. You need to get out here. You need to get your name out. Maybe you just started a new business since all of this pandemic stuff has happened. Like, oh, I started, I don't know, knitting coasters. I got to get me some clientele. And so you out here trying to network. You don't have no interest in no romance or being friends or nothing like that. It's kind of like cold-hearted. Get out here and make the cash. I don't know. You might be choosing to sell vitamins, supplements. I don't know. Dinners. And so it's like about getting out here networking. What am I saying? This King of Swords in reverse represents an aspect. Represents three possible scenarios that a person can be up under. I'm sure you could also be up under more than one. You could be up under all three, but at least one of those scenarios should apply to your life. Hopefully that makes sense. The next card is the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is right next to the King of Wands. So I guess the first thing I want to say is, by the King of Wands in reverse falling right beside, or the Queen of Wands falling, the Queen of Wands in reverse falling right beside the King of Swords in reverse, suggests that there is combustion or aggression or anger, and or it could be passion. It could be passion. It always kind of seems like it's kind of distorted or freaky. maybe like that scorpionic energy, you know, low down, dirty, deviant, lustful kind of passion. And I'll tell you why in a short while why I say that. That's if I can remember. Anywho, let's talk about this Queen of Wands in reverse, because the Queen of Wands represents our fire signs. Our fire signs are Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. If it is not a person that carries that particular zodiac sign, then it is a person who executes the character traits or attributes of said fire signs. So let's talk first about Aries. Now, the negative expression of Aries is that a person can be a bit hasty, aggressive, pushy, impulsive, as they move forward on their interests, they aim, their passion. Now, because I don't want to forget an example of the passion, what I mean. It could be an Aries person, significant person in your life that you are interacting with. You could be either, I gotta get complicated. Let me say this. I don't know which one you as an individual are. We have two cards here. Either you are represented under the King of Swords energy, meaning you are that person that got to get out, you're tired of sitting in the house, or you're in a partnership that's imbalanced, or you need to get out here and network because you got to make something happen. Or you are represented by the Queen of Wands, and I'm about to go into detail. The only one a zodiac sign I covered relative to the Queen of Wands is the Aries, saying, hey, impulsive, want to move on your interests, that kind of thing. But the reason why I bring the zodiac signs up is because it is you and another that's significant in your life. If you can identify yourself as one of those air sign energies executing an air sign energy, then that significant other in your life is the fire, and they are executing the attributes of fire. If you say, I'm not air sign, none of that makes sense. I'm not running around trying to go from place to place because I'm bored. It ain't me. I ain't in no partnership losing myself or trying to control another. Or it ain't me. I'm not trying to get out here and network to, get my name out here, my product out here, or something like that. That ain't me. Then this is you under the Queen of Wands in reverse, Aries, saying, hey, I'm ready to move forward aggressively, boldly. It's about me moving forward on my aim, passion, and desire, whatever it may be. I'm saying if you are the fire element, then you in close proximity, kicking it with, or life, drop my napkins, kicking it with the air energy. Okay, let me finish with the Queen of Wands in reverse. The next fire sign is Leo. That really threw me off. Leo. Negative expression is self-centeredness, pride, and self-serving interest. It's really about the self. It can be kind of narcissistic. It's about your interests. It's about you looking good. If you, at this point in time, feel like it's about you, it's your way or the highway, everything is a representation of you, so it better be right. That's you or a person that's executing the Leo energy. Or being bossy, trying to tell people what to do and things like that. The reason why you tell them what to do is because of something that you want to achieve. I don't know if that's you or not. That sounds like me right there. That sounds like me right there. Okay. And the last fire sign is Sagittarius. And the negative expression of Sagittarius is about physical, worldly philosophies, beliefs, world views, and different things like that. It is what you believe. It is what you understand. And it's what you're conscious of that matters. And you are promoting that. And nothing nobody else says matters. Now, I don't know which one of these groupings of attributes fit you as a unique individual, but you fit up under the one of the six. 3 associated with the King of Swords in reverse, and the other 3 associated with the Queen of Wands. If you identify yourself as the Swords energy, then you are interacting with or connected with the Queen of Wands energy. On the other hand, if you identify as the fire, then you are interacting with and or engaging with the sword energy. Hope that makes sense. You kick it. Now I want to give an example of what I mean by kicking it, associating, having a more intimate, close social exchange. Let me line Gemini up, the person that's around hanging. They got to get out here. They got to just get out the house. They tired of being in the house, as an example. We could pair them with who's a fire? Leo. A Leo. Pair a Gemini with a Leo. If not the zodiac sign, I'm talking about acting out the attributes of these energies. Gemini, I'm just going out, going from house to house. You know, visit one cousin and go from a cousin house to a girlfriend or, you know, fellow house, friend house, that kind of thing. Kicking it, it ends up running it into and kicking it with a Leo. Well, Leo really don't care what Gemini after. And actually, Gemini don't care what the Leo after. The Gemini just want to have fun. But Leo is saying, if we going to have fun, Gemini, it's because it's going to make me look good. It's going to make me feel good. It's going to help me achieve what I want to achieve. Under those circumstances, under that scenario, when those two energies meet, Gemini, it's funny, Geminis can be taken advantage of, or the Gemini energy can be taken advantage of by the Leo. But there's a catch-22. Now, while the Leo think they're using Gemini, me is stride, and Leo achieving what they want, Gemini will get up and walk out without the project being complete and leave Leo holding their own project. I hope I made that make sense. I guess I could do Gemini. Ooh. I guess let me part the Gemini with the Aries. Now, I'm talking about the Gemini sign and the Aries sign. It doesn't have to be the zodiac sign. It's a person acting out the attributes of these various zodiac signs. We got Gemini wanting to get out the house. They tired of being in the house, quarantined, and or they're tired of going back and forth to work and not having any quality time for themselves. So Gemini is out and about, moving from one small social circle to the other, from cuz house to best friend house to whomever, not worried about catching a V. And Gemini ends up bumping into and kicking it with an Aries. Now, Aries is about their own thing, doing their own thing, their own way, not considering anybody but themselves. That might not be too bad of a hookup. Might not be too bad of a hookup. And I say that because Gemini is not trying to get emotionally entangled with anybody. Gemini just trying to let their hair down. You know, let off a little steam, have a little companionship. But Aries just ready to go and do and pursue whatever their interest is in the moment. And if Aries kick it with a Gemini, that Gemini is Aries' interest in the moment. So what I see going on with them two is possibly a quick love affair. Nothing long term, but just in the moment. Have you ever had an opportunity where you just got to, you know, have fun in the moment? Just in the moment. You don't expect it. You know, you may be looking for it, but you don't know what's going to happen. With Gemini and Aries, it can happen. That means y'all might sit down and start playing dominoes. And over a 2-hour period, y'all played a rapid game of dominoes. I don't know. And you had the best time. Maybe you kick back and smoked a couple of, whatever, you know, and just had the greatest time. And then it fades out and it's over. What am I saying? At this point in time, the card is saying that like Gemini and Aries can have a real funky good time without any commitment. It's like a stress reduction. Now, I might as well go ahead and partner Gemini with Sagittarius. I'm not just talking about the zodiac sign. I'm also talking about just a person displaying the attributes of said zodiac signs. Now, Gemini just need to get out. So Gemini gets out and connects with Sagittarius. Remember, Sagittarius, they have the bomb.com beliefs and philosophies. That's all that matters. Sagittarius can be serious and rigid in the way they think, because they are aware of what they are aware of, and they know what they know, and they don't give a care what nobody else has to say. They're very serious. It's like a person that's into conspiracy theories and different things like that, or are very devoted to some ideology, and it connecting with Gemini. What you think gonna happen? Gemini trying to have fun. Gemini not trying to think, party, get too deep and get emotional. And Sagittarius and Gemini is not gonna get along. They're not gonna get along, because Sagittarius is gonna be trying to impose or share their big old worldly philosophies and views, talk about religion, talk about the Illuminati, etc., etc. And what's going to happen? Gemini going to tell Sagittarius, I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom and never come back. That's what's going to happen at this time. That's interesting. I would love to go into the other zodiac signs and compare them, but I just want to see what else the cards have to say. Let me move forward. The next card is the King of Pentacles. It's a lot of people for it to be quarantined, because now here we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles represents our earth signs. Our earth signs are Tauruses, Virgos, and Capricorns. Oh, thank goodness this King of Pentacles has come in upright. This suggests that the earth energy is being expressed positively in its highest expression. So let's talk about Taurus. Taurus represents a person having a sense of physical, worldly contentment with what they have. Who is that? Somebody. It's a group of us that actually feels like we okay. Even during these possibly, challenging times, you feel like you're okay. You got a roof over your head, your bills paid, and you got some food. And I immediately began to see this picture of a person sitting on the couch in their pajamas with snow outside, eating a spaghetti, I don't know, lasagna, garlic bread, watching their favorite movie on Netflix. They content. And I like this energy, because many people, especially in the U.S., are very lascivious or high maintenance. And I believe there's a group of people that have found a new zone. It was those people that were once very high maintenance, always up in the high-end, stores, Macy's or whatever else is out here. And they had to have the best, wear the best, drive the best, look the best, present themselves the best. It was really highly competitive for them. But as a direct result of the various circumstances and situations we've been dealing with, some people have had to cut back in order, or cut their losses. And they found that it wasn't the end of the world. They found that they could be content with, again, the bare basics. It's like taking that competitive edge off, or having to look a certain way, be a certain way, and meet certain social criteria. That's what the Taurus energy is saying to me, finding this new place in which you can be physically, worldly content and okay. It's a lot of people. Anywho, on to the next earth sign. The next earth sign is Virgo. And Virgo represents a person who is very detail oriented and has excellent organizational skills when it comes to life itself, how to manage life management. What I'm seeing for the Virgo zodiac sign and those that display the energy is, hey, our current, I'm the person, I can't just forget our current circumstance and situation. Every aspect of our reality counts when I deliver a message, tarot message or even zodiac. I mean, astrological. And so what am I saying? The opportunity was presented to Virgos to allow them to focus their energy on their own life. Work for some, how can I say, maybe a person once had to go to work and be to work every day, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And they worked 8 hours at least, with a 9 to 5. 9 to 5. They worked a 9 to 5. So a lot of their hours were spent outside of the home. So home may have suffered in some way. Like the house might not have been as tidy, or a person's house, namely Virgo, might not have been as ordered or organized or structured as it would be if they could stay home. Our current circumstances and situations have allowed people, namely Virgos, to stay home. They might be working from home, and in that break time, rather than sitting in the at their desk with their head down, or drawing, what they call doodling, and or going to the bathroom, taking a break, and falling asleep, Virgo can get up and go clean like their restroom or their kitchen and organize the plates and the dishes. So what am I saying? This time period is offered certain people, namely Virgos, the opportunity to organize their own life. Obviously, prior to this situation, the circumstance we found ourselves up under, Virgos had felt like pulled. It's that stress when you can't tend to your own personal life because you got to tend to the outside world. That stress right there. Virgo finally has some relief. They can tend to what they need to attend to. Whether it's, I don't know, sorting clothes and throwing out the old and organizing what is, practical and keeping it, and just being able to see their life very crystal clear, because they've been able to organize it. In times past, they wasn't able to organize their life like that. And when I say organize your life, I mean everything from being able to finally sit down and truly balance your checkbook, or to get all of credit card bills out and set them down and look and see what you really was doing and figure a way out. I'm talking about, again, like clothes. We buy clothes and we outgrow them, but many times we don't throw them away because we don't have the opportunity to be organized to see when we have something that we can't fit no more or we can't use no more. These are the kind of opportunities I'm saying have been offered to Virgo. The same opportunity may have allotted a person, namely Virgo, to go clean out their basement, their garage, or something like that. Set up an office at home that they've been wanting to set up. That kind of thing. Okay, the last earth sign is Capricorn. And so the Capricorn energy and zodiac sign lets us know that there's a group of people out here that career, ambition, reputation, and or social status is the highest, is a high standard. There are a group of people that have come to truly understand the importance of their work in this world. An example of what I mean is that there are people that found out that they were just the importance of, what do you call it, mandatory workers, or whatever it's called, mandatory workers, and the importance of their role. I think there were, what they call mandatory workers. What are they called? Essential workers. There were people that were essential workers that did not know they were essential workers. People really realizing that as of now, and they're realizing just how much, like the rest of society or the community or the world at large, depends on them to do their job. Do that make sense? And then there are others that are in different lines of work that can finally see how their work does matter and it is important. I'm trying to think of an example of somebody that may, a person that works at a, what do you call it, like a soup kitchen, what do they call it, a charity-based soup kitchen. they realizing at this time how important their work has been and is, and understands, you know, how, like, for instance, the community that they serve, how that community livelihood depends on them, you know. And so they just really understanding again uh, the significance of their work. So what I was saying is a lot of people here. Thus far, tarot cards are showing the swords, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The cards thus far have shown um, the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And lastly, it is showing uh, the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There are a lot of people. The next card is the Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay. It's the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. I'm kind of pausing because I've only pulled 4 cards, you know, just a brief reading, under an hour, just to see what the cards have to say. But the Knight of Cups is a court card. You know, the court cards are from the, what do you call it? What are they called? The not Joker. God dang, what do you call them? These hold on, I can't think of what they call. That's the old people problems creeping up on me. They're called pages. The page. Trying to see court cards. Page through king. And so what we have is a representative now of the water sign. So all 4 elements are shown. The different categories of people and the attributes that we are currently displaying. Of course, a person could be fitting up under multiple attributes. Now dealing with the Knight of Cups. The Knight is not the Knight. The Cup is a representative of water signs. So all zodiac signs in this reading have been referred to. And we have the air signs and the fire signs executing the negative expressions of the element, where we, as well as the cups. I'm going to it in a minute, but I'm just right now evaluating what I'm seeing. So we have 3. We have the swords energy, the wands or the fire energy, and the cup energy, which I haven't gone into in detail yet, all expressing their negative attributes or character traits. That's interesting. Wow, earth signs, meaning they got this troubling or challenging time, this crisis, they got this. The earth energy comes in the upright position. They got this. Who's maybe having a more difficult time moving through this time period are air signs, fire signs, and cup signs. And the reason why, I get it, and the reason why. Okay. So it's showing the reason why these elements are having a hard time. The earth card is not having a hard. Hello, how are you? Earth signs is coasting through this time period. And again, I'm not just purely talking about any given zodiac sign, but I'm talking about the energies and attributes and the character traits of an individual. It can be a person's zodiac sign that is the clue to what behaviors or attributes a person has. But how you say it, you'll know them. What's the statement? It's a statement. I can't remember the statement, but it said, oh, quote, you'll know them by their works. You'll know them by their works. And that's to say that a person, and when they display certain works or character traits or attributes, you know who they are. You know what energy they are, or mode of operation or energy they're moving up under. And in this case, the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn zodiac signs, and the attributes are moving through this time period like fairly effortlessly, or they ride the wave, where the other zodiac signs or elements of water, fire, and air may be having more difficult time at this time. And let me talk about the difficulties that air signs are having. It's about the associations. An example of what I mean by a challenge or a hurdle to an air sign is being quarantined. Remember, air signs are about socializing, interacting, and having these different types of exchanges, social exchanges with others, and things such as quarantining and social distancing is causing obstacles or stressors for the air signs, or a person that falls up under the air element attributes. With fire signs, the complication that they are dealing with at this time have to do with their fire, their interests, and what they want to pursue right here, right now. They don't need something to put any stipulations on them or restrictions on them, because it keeps them from moving on forward on their interests, aim, passions, and or desires, and that's a stressor and trigger for them. Now, the cups, and this should be the last thing that I read, because I want this video to be up under an hour. Thank you for coming here to Can Angels Fly Tarot and allowing me, Nancy, to consult the tarot cards, to see what they have to say. Please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Okay. My apologies again. So the Knight of Cups represents our water signs, as mentioned, and our water signs are Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios. Now, the Knight is a warrior, but it is a warrior who doesn't want to fight for something. And the reason the Knight doesn't want to fight varies. It depends on the person. But like Cancer represents a person who is synonymous with home and family, with being the support system. It's the what do you call it? The bed and breakfast, the heath. It's about this emotional, the emotional security you find with those that are like family. Cancers are synonymous with love, and I'm not talking about per se romantic love. I'm talking about the just having the sense of you belong. Somebody really care about you. Somebody really got your back. And so Cancers may very well be feeling like they're alone. You know, they don't have any. A lot of Cancers at this time find that they don't have those to bestow their gift of love and emotional support to. And or Cancer is not receiving that. They're not is not meeting their quota, to feel emotionally secure and stable. I feel like there are some Cancers that feel like they are alone at this time. And that is the complication that, or the hurdle that they're finding themselves jumping over as we move through our current events. And what am I saying? I'm saying many Cancers feel like they're alone. They don't have anybody to gift their love to, and or no one is gifting them the love that they feel like they need. The next water sign is Scorpio. Now, the Scorpios are synonymous with uh, like needing a response from others. It's being codependent, or what's the word I'm looking for? You could be codependent. It's like you need the emotional involvement and response of another to like feel alive, to feel connected, those type of things. You need somebody that, and some people need somebody that they can share. Um, they could wear their emotions on their sleeve. It could be that. And or when it comes to Scorpio, you can truly just hide your emotions. Completely hide your emotions. So how is this an obstacle when many Scorpios can be truly shrouded? Their emotions can be shrouded, their intents can be shrouded. Um, it almost seems to me, and I could be wrong here, but Scorpios can feel like they don't have nobody to play the game with. Play the game with. And when I say play the game, I'm talking about somebody. An example could be a love triangulation that exists between several people. That's the game. But due to the current circumstances and or situations, whatever they may be, from quarantining to working long hours to being tired to I don't know what the different variables that could exist, but people ain't got time for the game. They don't have time for the game. Again, they might be at work or truly social distancing, or I don't know, and they just don't have time to invest in that emotional game like that, or secrets. When you're not around people, when you're not really talking to people or engaging people, what difference does a secret make? Is nobody inquiring or inquisitive, or that you can snicker and know that you have a secret that they don't know that involves them? You know what I'm saying? They not. It's a like a missing element when it comes to Scorpio. That other ain't there, and ain't there to play their role. Uh, it's like intrigue. It's like I don't know why this came to my mind. I see James Bond 007 on a spy mission, but ain't nothing to spy on. It's like the movie would be over. Just 007, that would be it. Nothing else. So that's the kind of energy I get with the Scorpio. Anything else? On the flip side, relative to Scorpio, it could be others that, wait a minute, now on the fight or, yeah, it may have, on the flip side of Scorpio, there are some people that have been a part of toxic social interactions, like stuck in love triangulations and things like that find themselves at the time they personally are not interested in the game. They pull back out of the game. And that's to say that you're being Scorpios and those that execute the attributes and character traits of Scorpio at this time, you free. You free from the toxicity. It's like breaking up with an ex that dogged you. I mean, a lover that dogged you, or whatever. Finally, you get the opportunity for whatever reason to not be involved with them. And you don't constantly, like when you're in it with them, you thinking about them, you might be compulsively calling them, texting them, or whatever folks do, Facebook stalking or whatever. But it's this moment right here that's offered to Scorpio in the energy of Scorpio where you lay back. You are emotionally detached from the bullcrap at this time. Will it stay? I don't think so. It can't. It's an opportunity. You can, how can I say, since you have the opportunity, it can be, you can sustain. I mean, you can stay out of the bullcrap. You never have to go back to the love triangulation. You never have to go back to that sense of competitiveness or feeling like you got to stalk somebody or call them a million times, and getting, what they call it, played or disrespected, the whole toxic scene. That you ain't got to go back to it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to work on it, is what I'm saying. Right now, it's an opportunity where you can get up in the morning and they ain't your first thought. You can breathe. You can focus on you right now. When the energies, I do believe when the energies start moving again, all of a sudden you will wake up and you will think about it. Well, then, reach out and call you. It'll be a trigger to try to turn you back on, to try to hook you back into the toxicity. It's about when that hook come back up, are you going to take it or not? But right now, you free. You free. And the way to hold on to that freedom and that liberation from that toxic scene you've been involved in is you got to focus on you. You got to be about yourself. You got to live your best life. This is your turn to turn up. But I'm going to say, don't do the focusing on yourself or the living your best life or turn up trying to make them jealous, or when they finally look at you like, hey, they got it going on, but because that they gonna come back. That's what I want you to know. So if you're doing it to try to make them jealous, or something like that, or oh no. Excuse me, y'all, I gotta take this one. Hello. Who? Oh, Coco. Coco. One. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I meant to text you. Uh, you want me to bring, if any packages come, you want me to bring them in my house? Okay, okay. No, I just saw Prime ride up. I don't know if they got out the truck yet. I just wanted to make sure. Uh, okay, okay, I will. Thank you, Misty. Okay, bye bye. Okay, I apologize. That was an important call, y'all. Okay, that was neighbor to neighbor communication. Okay. All right. Now I was talking about Scorpios, because Scorpios is really really interesting. Well, let me end this last stream and talking about Pisces. Again, I want to do it under an hour, and if I go ahead, I will have accomplished my goal. Pisces, not wanting to fight for something. Pisces is synonymous with the final emotional status of an individual in relationship to their real life reality. And some Pisces is looking around right now and not feeling fulfilled, feeling a little disillusioned and or discontent because they not, what's the statement people I've heard people make quite often, even myself, I ain't where uh I'm not where I thought I would be at this point in time in my life. That seems to be the statement that um, has to do with Pisces. I'm not where I thought I would be at this point in time in my life. I don't know what the real time reality is in a Pisces life or a person that is living out this particular attribute. But it's again, I don't feel like I'm where I thought I would be in my life. I don't know if it's career wise or if it has to do with relationships, or it has to do with finances, or it has to do with uh, like if you wanted a family or not. I see this earlier years impression when you were a kid, you thought you was going to be a fireman or a ballerina, and you turn out to be a person that worked for Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not where I thought I would be. That's what I see going on for Pisces. To kind of really sum it up, you could be a person that's in a relationship with another, but you ain't married, or something like that. Hello. Hello, good day to you and everyone else. I'm new to your channel. Well, welcome, Julia. Welcome here to Can Angels Fly, Tarot, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the like bell. It may help me with my channel. And remember to share me. That's if you enjoy me. So, all right, y'all. I made it to an hour. I got to go a little more. Okay, so we talk about people that may be very well looking around at their reality and not being okay with where they are. I kind of feel like there are people out here that's really down about their health. And I ain't talking about the vid. I guess the vid is included as well. I'm talking about literally their health. And saying, I have known people that started out their youth thin or healthy, the standard size, and ended up gaining, 100 pounds. And they look around like, I'm not where I thought I would be. I know people that got married very early and went through some turbulent up and downs with their spouse, and now they find themselves divorced. Those kind of things. And so what I see is Pisces might be at the place where they feel like they don't have any more fight right now. Remember, this message is a moment in time, and it will change based on your decisions. It will change based on your decisions. And so, let me try to sum up this whole read. What was it about? Well, it actually in 4 cards focused on all 4 elements, the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And it said, hey, these particular groups of people or people that execute the energy or attributes of fire are having a difficult time at this time as we move through our real life scenarios, because as they finding blockages to their pursuit of what they're interested in. That's why they acting up. Same thing for swords cards, swords or air signs, Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses are dealing with hurdles. And why are they dealing with hurdles? Or this has been a very challenging time period for them. It is because they're born to socialize, to interact, to connect, to build upon our worldly construct. And there's been blockages for one reason or another. And so it's like pent up energy. That's what I'm saying. Pent up energy that exists for the air and fire sign, and feeling like wanting to. Sometimes some people feel like they want to bust, literally want to bust, because you can't handle your life's scenarios in the manner that you normally would. Just some of you want to bust, and then the water signs of Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. The obstacle is you ain't where you thought you would be. Not having the emotional support, or not living as you see fit, your best life, and you feel some type of way about it. And you may feel like there's a force outside of your control, like the vid, that and all the restrictions that have came with it and challenges that keeps you from being able to change your circumstances, like Cancer needing more companionship or company or somebody to care for or care for them. A lot of people don't want to congregate, or Pisces saying, hey, I ain't where I want to live at. I mean, I ain't where I foresaw myself being right here at this point in time in my life. I done stood up here and gained 100 pounds. Well, due to our current circumstance situation, the Piscean energy right now is at this point where they're like, I can do it now. Do what? Get in the gym and lose that weight. But because of our current situation and circumstances, the gym's closed. That kind of thing. So these are the kind of hurdles that the water signs are overcoming. It is an earth energy, energies. Yeah, earth energies that we should look to encourage us. Taurus says you can be okay with what you got. A roof over your head, some food on the table, some nice warm fuzzy pajamas, and some I don't know, a hot lasagna and garlic bread in front of your TV watching a Hulu program. You okay? Your family okay? You okay? No, you might not have a top line, trending thing going on, or driving a fly's car, or it could be about to be repo, but you okay? That's what the earth signs are saying. So again, we got to turn and look at the earth signs. Virgo is saying, hey, take this opportunity to clean up, organize your life. This is a time period that many of us have been freed up from having to go to work, to a job, outside of home, and give away our energy to organize their life so that they can live their best life. It says your turn. This is what the earth energy is saying. Oh, it's so poetic. And last but not least, what is Capricorn saying? It says this is the time period to really come to understand like your social role and the power and or influence of it. I need to say that better because it's saying something to the people, because we're supposed to look at the earth signs and the energy and the attributes as a role model to get us through. We are to mimic the earth signs, all of us, or the energy. It's saying your career does matter. It matters. Those frontline workers, you realize now, and the rest of us realize just how important your role is, and so it's like saying evaluating like where you work. Maybe you were, I don't know, what job wasn't the essential work. Maybe you were in a job that wasn't essential. Or maybe you were in a job that was destructive. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by Capricorn being the role model. It's like a hypothetical case scenario. There were some scientists that created the vehicle. Well, they should be looking at themselves now and being ashamed. That was their career. That's their career. That's what they did. That's what their works and their contribution to our reality. They should be ashamed of themselves. Now they should look at their works and repent, change their ways. That's what the Capricorn energy is saying. There are some that need to do that. And then it's also saying, hey, those that did that frontline work, look at, your, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a beautiful word that I want to use that I can't think of. Bouncing in my mind. Say, your work was, oh man. Oh God, what's the word can I use? Some people works have been, are, and go continue to be. I'm trying to think. It's like, oh God, because I want to talk about like people that, like, we know doctors are so important. We know that, and this Capricorn energy applies there too. And about the integrity and expertise and say, hey, look at what you're doing. But it's also, I want to look at people like that worked at Myers or Walmart and stuff. And if it wasn't for them stocking the shelves and doing, helping people and helping elderly people, hey, we wouldn't have made it. And so this energy is saying, look at your work and what you contribute to, the rest of the world or your community or society. This is the time. So hopefully that made sense. I don't know if it did. I wish I could think of that word. But earth signs, thank you. We all should seek to embrace the earth energy. That is to say, to be thankful for what we have, to take care of what we have, and to do unto others as you will have them do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Until next time, y'all. Bye.